Tanse. My name is Dr. Robyn Bourgeois, Acting Vice Provost, Indigenous Engagement at Brock University. When I was in my late teens, I narrowly escaped becoming one of the thousands of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls across Canada. From that day forward, I committed my life to changing the world and ending violence against Indigenous women and girls. For the last 20 years, I have had the honor and privilege to collaborate with fierce Indigenous women warriors across Canada in demanding justice for missing and murdered Indigenous women, girls, and 2S LGBTQIA people, and demanding meaningful action to better protect us from violence. In 2018, I testified as an expert and experiential witness at the National Inquiry into Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls. The REDress event is more important than ever as Indigenous women and girls continue to disappear and be murdered across Canada. We also continue to disproportionately experience all forms of violence. Recent statistical data suggests that Indigenous women report violent victimization at 3 times the rate of non-Indigenous women and are on average 5.5 times more likely to be murdered than non-Indigenous women. Statistics suggest that 75% of us will experience some form of sexual violence, and more likely multiple instances before we reach age 18, and 50% of us will experience this violence prior to age 14. We also know that 6 in 10 Indigenous women report experiencing intimate partner violence. On February 14th, we stand in solidarity with the Missing Women's Memorial March, held annually in Vancouver's downtown east side since 1991. On this internationally recognized Day of Love, we come together to remember our Indigenous women, girls, and 2S LGBTQIA people who have been stolen from our communities, to support those of us who are survivors of this violence, and to demand a better future for all Indigenous women, girls, and 2S LGBTQIA people. We hang red clothing as a visual reminder of the extraordinary number of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. We participate in ceremony to honor the dead and heal our hearts. We engage in education so Canadians can continue to learn about the genocidal violence we have and continue to experience. Kinanas kamatana'au. Thank you all for your continued support of the REDress project and commitment to supporting these efforts to end violence against Indigenous women and girls. I want to close by sending my love and support to my fellow survivors, including family and friends of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. We are in this together, and we will continue to walk hand in hand together, in Cree say Mamawe, toward justice and meaningful social change that will save lives.